Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today and do a video about how I make my makeup stay on in the heat of the summer. I live in the desert. It is hot here. I layer a lot, but when I layer, I'm thinking thin, effective layers, starting with my skincare. I don't feel overly heavy. I do not feel tacky. And then I'm going to go over and tell y'all how I do my touch-ups when I do need touch-ups. The only time I really need to touch up beyond powder is when I go to the gym and I'm wiping at my face. I'm just going to jump right into this. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, starting with skincare, because that is kind of where, I can really start getting messy early. First, I'm using the Timeless CE and Ferulic. It's a very light. Okay, I'm doing an entire dropper of that. I'm going to go on with my next lightest. If I'm using the ordinary acid, I'll do that next because this is my lightest, thinnest acid. I love it in the summer. I love it. The only other thing that I would use in the summer is my Sunday Riley Good Jeans, and this is heavier, but it smells like summer. It smells like lemongrass, so I really like it. But today I'm going to use my ordinary, very thin, and I'm just going to put, like 3 or 4 drops in there. Okay, next, I'm going to use my Lancome Visionaire, and I'm going to mix it with my niacinamide. And I'm just going to put those together, mix them together. And then I'm going to kind of pat that in. And that's it for skincare. I don't put any moisture on. Now, I'm normal skin. In the summertime, I'm very normal and tend to get shiny in the T-zone. So if you are dry, you could put a moisturizer on here. Okay, after that, I'm going to give it a minute or two and usually go get some coffee. I have my coffee, so just going to give it a minute or two. Okay, next I'm going to put on a sunscreen. If you've been with me, you know what I'm going to use, but I'll show you real quick. The Nivea Sun Protect Water Gel, the Biore UV, both very nice, very light. They don't feel like you're really building up. I have a new one I got from Dawn's Life Over 40. I love this too. P-Rim. And this is nice and light too. I'll go ahead and use this one so y'all can see it. It looks like a cream, and then the minute you touch it, it turns to like a liquid. It just is so thin. Watery. And then I'll put a Neutrogena all the way down my neck and all through exposed areas. But this is mostly for my face. And I love that. And with all that, I feel moisturized, but you can see everything's thin, so it doesn't feel too layered up. All right, next, I'm going to kind of press that in. Okay, next, I'm going to use a mattifying primer. This is, I guess, where you would use your primer. I use mattifying. This helps so much. Either the NYX Shine Killer for a drugstore or the Makeup Forever Step 1. I love this. This is the one I'm going to use today. I just put it through my T-zone. I bet it cuts my touch-ups in half. It just really helps. If you tend to get shiny in your T-zone, especially in the summer, that step really helps. Okay, next, I'm getting a powder that's real light. Lately, I've been using the Rimmel Stay Matte that I heard about from Elle is for Living, and I love this for setting my skincare. And my e.l.f. Total Face, I love this because it's soft. And I'm just going to really get it in there good because I don't get much. It's real sheer. And then this is so soft, it doesn't feel like it disturbs that skincare, and I'm going over the skincare. Just get something real light there. And it does not feel like I've added anything to my face, but I've taken away most of the tacky. Not all of it, but most of it. Okay, my next step I do is another sunscreen. And it's either the IT CC or the Shiseido BB. And these are both tinted, medium covers. It just depends on the finish I want. I use this for more of a skin-like luminosity and this for a matter finish. I'm going to use the CC today. And I'm going to put, just a pump of that. And put that on like a foundation. And I use my fingers. When you do powder and a mattifying primer, sometimes I have to add a little more because it really grabs onto it. Okay, around the edges, I'm going to get my damp beauty blender and I'm going to tap that out. And can I just tell y'all, if you use that ordinary acid, it is nice and active. I'm nice and stingy this morning. I'm going to do another foundation on top of that, but before that, I'm going to do my under eyes. Okay, for my color corrector, I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Camo because I don't think I've ever done a get ready with me with this, and I want y'all to see how good it covers. Actually, I'm going to do the Master Camo over here. I'm going to let y'all compare. I've compared, but I'm going to let y'all compare. Okay, this is the Maybelline Master Camo in pink. On this side, we're going to do the Radiant Rose, and I'm going to do that over here. Okay, so you can see this is the Radiant Rose. This is the Master Camo. This looks just a little bit brighter going on, but it's not going to be much of a difference once we get it going. Hang on. All right, getting my damp baby beauty blender and gonna bounce that out. After you get this blended in, there's not just a whole lot of difference. This one's just a little bit brighter, my right eye with the MAC Prep and Prime. It's just a little bit brighter. Okay, then I'm going to get my Tarte Shape Tape, but, you know, whatever concealer you want. And I'm just putting right here on the dark circle. This is just like normal. You know, this is how I would always do it. And I'm just right here in the corner. Okay, you can see there's really not just a whole lot of difference between how those two color correctors behaved once you get them bounced out. Okay, next I'm getting an under eye setting powder. If you want something thin, this Becca under eye, you might love this. This was not my favorite because I don't like something real thin, but this is my thinnest one I have. If you want something thin down there, you would probably love that. My favorite that I'm in use-ups with is the It Bye Bye. This is the one I'm using up. I love it. Or the RCMA. You could do the RCMA. I'm going to use the It Bye Bye. And just right here in this corner. I am not going out here. We all have complications out here. I'm not going out there with this. Okay, I'm going to get my It double-ended Lex brush. I love this. It's nice and soft, and I'm just dusting that away. Real soft. Okay, and finally, I'm going over it with another foundation. I'm going to use something pretty thin. Now, I would use something thick, but I'm going to tell you my favorite thin ones. I'm testing out this Clinique for a long time, a couple of months. This Even Better Glow. I love this. It's nice and thin. I also like the Healthy Foundation. I like the Dior Forever. The Superstay with all these layers, I would use it. It might feel a little heavy for you. The Matte and Poreless is good. Since this was just in my favorites, I'm going to use the Healthy Foundation. I'll show you how I use that and the cover it is. This is not enough cover on its own for me. I don't use that doe foot. I pound it into my hand. Just get about that much. It is a very light to medium cover. Okay, then I'm getting my beauty blender and I'm going to bounce around the edges. I'm also going to press. I'm pressing all of this into my skin. And right here where the concealer meets, I'm bouncing that out. Okay, now do I like this much cover? Yes, I personally do. But if you don't like a real heavy cover, make every layer lighter. I could skip the CC and just do the foundation. I'll tell you more than anything why I don't. I put more layers on in the summer when they say to go lighter because I live in the desert. Well, I want to be layered. That makes me feel safer. It makes my skin feel more protected. So we're going to spend some time pressing all that in because I don't want it going anywhere. Okay, this may look a little light for my face. Everything oxidizes on me. So this will get a little bit darker. Okay, next, I'm going to press my T-zone with a powder. I'm just going to use my Chanel. This is what I'm in use-ups with, and I like it. It's nice and light. And just on the T-zone. Okay, then to make my eyeshadow last, I use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I also could use the Smashbox, but this is really nice. And I bet the Smashbox is if you have oily lids. Okay, blush. I'm going to start with my contour. Using up my Hoola. This is going to last me the rest of my life. It's going nowhere. Just like this for months. Okay. Okay, I'm using up the pink grapefruit. So this is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to get my Real Techniques blush brush. And then I use this as contour. It's real earthy. Bronzer. So I go up here. Okay, then I get a powder puff, nothing really on it, and I'm going to press that in. Really set that good. Then I'm going to get my e.l.f. brush that still got the residue of powder on it. Residue in here, just barely any, and blend all that in. Okay, and then I don't know if this makes my mascara last any longer, anytime, but I like the buildup of a primer, and I'm going to use my L'Oreal lash primer. Now I'm going to go do my eyeshadow. I don't do anything different to make my eyeshadow stay on, so going to go do my eyeshadow, and I'm using the Soft Glam today, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm in the middle of my eyeshadow, and I will stop right here and tell y'all what I use that I don't have any problems running. In my waterline, the Urban Decay Waterline Liner. On my upper lash line, my Rimmel in Black. On the outer, and then on the inner upper, to get a real thin line, I have the Stylist All Day. It's waterproof. I could also use the Physicians Formula Thin Line. This doesn't say waterproof, but I don't have trouble with it smearing. I also have a waterproof Kat Von D ink liner. Today, I'm going to use the Stylist All Day Prestige in Black Brown on the bottom. Gonna go do my lips, and I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk that I'm using up, and my MAC Pinkprint that's in my purse. This is my purse use up. Okay, so I did my hair, I freshened up my hair, got my lipstick on. It does not feel layered up. If I go to the gym, I'll tell y'all what I touch up with. I wanted to come on here and do a touch up with y'all. And I did an extra hard workout at the gym. That's kind of comparable to if you're out and just really sweating and you're wiping sweat off. So I'm going to get close. It's going to wear off down here. It's going to wear off down here. It's going to wear off here. And I wipe while I'm sweating. You know, I either have a towel or I'm wiping it off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of blot. My sweat's dried. I will just tell y'all. And I'm just going to touch up over it because realistically, how often am I going to shower in the middle of the day? I'm not. I'm going to wait and just sponge. I'm sorry if that's gross. Okay, I'm going to start with touching up my concealer. And I would do that all year long, anytime, but I'm going to show you what I would do for a touch-up. This would be part of it. So what I would be picking from, the NARS in the pot, the mattifying, I probably pick this up as much as anything. It is a great cover. It's mattifying, but it's not, I don't find this drying at all. The Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher, I don't pick this up a lot. It comes out like the MAC Prep and Prime. It's lovely. But if I'm picking between pens, I'm picking the Maybelline Dream Lumi highlighting pen, and I love this. It's like highlighting and covers well, and I just love it. Love that. The MAC Pro Longwear, I have some choices. This is probably the hardest because that pump that's so filthy dirty comes out fast. It comes out really fast. So, but this is a great touch-up concealer. It's probably a great anytime concealer. My lightest, weightless touch-up is my Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. And I really love this. And I'm going to show this one to y'all. So I'm just going to rub my brush in the, I use the white one, but you can, you know, mix them however you want. And I'm just going to go right here. And then down on that dark circle. This adds nothing. It's like wax. It's just the most bizarre thing ever. And I love having this. And then I like to come in here a little bit. Create a little bit more lid right there. For my touch-up foundation, right now I'm using up the Gerda Spillman. It's a cream. And I love this. When this is gone, I'll be using my Maybelline Dream Cushion all the time. This is a beautiful touch-up. Or if I don't want to add any weight to my face, I'm doing it with the Bare Minerals. And I use it in Golden Fair. This is an old-time friend. But today, let's do the Gerda Spillman, so I can show you what I would do if I'm doing a full touch-up. I'm going to use my It Dull Ended Foundation Brush. It's my little passion right now. And I'm just going around in here, and then just a little bit. And this is going to be for my whole face. You can see where that's worn off a little. So I'm starting there, and then just blending it together. I'm not going to ruin all that blush, because I didn't, really sweat right here. That never really wears off. Okay, then I'm coming down by my nose, anywhere I would have sweat. Just freshen that up, and then kind of up into here real soft to kind of blend that all together. And then my forehead, because I really wipe that off during my workouts. And by the time I get up here, this is just the residue of it. I could dip back in, a little bit, but I'm not really caking it up. My face doesn't feel heavy. Then I'm just getting my puff. I'm not going to put anything on it. And I'm just going to mash that in and kind of blend everything together. And that's pretty much how I would touch up. Let me touch up my lips and do my hair. So anyway, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.